Who here is a fan of Harry Potter? I certainly am. I mean, everyone has been saying that I look like Narcissa Malfoy, you know, Draco Malfoy's mom, because the hair. You can't see it now.
It's pretty funny you say that, because literally the day you got that, I was like, you totally look like the woman from Harry Potter. And it looks great, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Anyway, sorry guys.
You compliment me.
Yeah, I saw that. Anyway, today we are diving deep into the world of witchcraft and wizardry as we look at some sneaky Easter eggs you might have missed in the movies, from Draco Malfoy possibly being a werewolf
to the symbolism of the opening scenes. Let's talk about this and more only in today's video. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan.
And I'm your host, Dewey Stewart.
Before we begin though, smash that thumbs up button and let us know in the comments below what your favorite Harry Potter movie is. We both like the Chamber of Secrets. We both learned that today.
That is my favorite one,
it's
absolutely.
my favorite one, it's so good!
The Basilisk, come on.
It's really good. And yeah, let's dive on right into it. The top 10 scary Harry Potter Easter eggs that change everything.
Starting us off at number 10, we have an early Deathly Hallows cameo, but like really early. Back in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire movie that was released back in 2005, for a very small and brief moment, with some eagle eyes, you can see an object in Dumbledore's office on a shelf. This object is a see-through pyramid with a sphere in the center and what could be described as a wand pierced through the center of it. This is extremely close to the Deathly Hallows symbol that the entire Harry Potter series almost stems from. Well, you know, aside from the night that Voldemort attempted to kill Harry along with his parents. But anyway, you're probably thinking that this was just an early cameo, so you know, what's the big deal? The big deal here is that the final Harry Potter book wasn't even written yet. Half-Blood Prince, the 6th book, it came out in 2005, but Deathly Hallows wouldn't be released for another 2 years in 2007. Yeah, I'm sure Rowling had an idea of what she was writing about at the time and was probably on set helping out with some small things, but yo, this is a very early Easter egg and I love it.
Coming in at number 9, we have Fred and George Weasley. Literally, those two are the best little trickster twin brothers ever. You really fall in love with their characters over the course of the movies and even in the books. While in Deathly Hallows Part 2, spoiler alert, Fred Weasley dies! I know, why did she have to do that? Literally just ripped my heart out. Anyways, in one of the final scenes when it's revealed that Harry is indeed still alive, George excitedly turns to his side, presumably to tell his twin brother Fred, you know, the news, and Fred is always by his side. Then he realizes, oh wait, he's not there. He's dead, and then his facial expression just drops. Dude, this little detail ripped my heart out. Like, just way to add salt to my wounds. It's like, yay, Harry's alive, but Fred isn't, and you're instantly depressed again. Try watching this scene again and notice this moment. It surely will make the scene feel a lot heavier than it already is.
At number 8, we have Draco Malfoy actually being a werewolf. I mean, I always knew there was something off about that little dweeb, but he just keeps getting worse and worse. This theory with the little Easter eggs have quite a bit of evidence to back it up. One part of the theory is that in the 6th and 7th books, Draco stops his prankster ways and becomes solely focused on assisting in the assassination of Dumbledore. The main point of this theory is that Fenrir Greyback bites Draco when his dad Lucius is not able to fetch the prophecy. Greyback is famously known as the one who bites Remus Lupin, thus famously turning him into a werewolf. Later on, there's a moment when Voldemort says to Draco that maybe you can babysit the cubs, referencing that Remus and Tonks are having a child, as well as one theory of foreshadowing in a moment in the 3rd movie, Prisoner of Azkaban, when Draco is supposed to impersonate a werewolf as well. So is this theory true? Some say yes and some say no, but I will leave it up to you by watching the movies and reading the books over and over again, because if it's true, that changes a lot.
Coming in at number 7, we have Harry's scar. So we all know Harry's scar only burns or hurts when Voldemort is near. While in the Sorcerer's Stone, there's a scene where Harry's scar burns, yet Voldemort wasn't there. During the scene, Quirrell had his back to Harry, and as we know, in that dramatic reveal with that terrifying CGI, Voldemort was on the back of his head. So Voldemort was facing Harry, and that's when his scar started to hurt. Honestly, I need to pay attention more during the movies. Like, I totally didn't pick up on that one, and it's such an obvious Easter egg.
At number 6, we have Harry plus Ginny plus love potion equals love? Whoa, okay, what? Love potion? It's pretty clear in the books, but especially the movies, that Ginny has had a crush on Harry since the very frickin' beginning. From so many moments of her acting shy around him, with her going all wide-eyed whenever she surprisingly sees him. I mean, I think we all know that look. I mean, they're all like, oh man, there's my crush and I wasn't ready to see you right now, but oh god, I think I love you, will you marry me? Ah! No, just Ginny and I? Okay, cool, whatever. This theory erupts from the fact that Harry never really paid much attention to Ginny throughout most of the series, aside from being a close friend and almost a protective brother figure to Ginny. Then along comes Half-Blood Prince, where Harry is almost unhealthily obsessed with Ginny. How could this be? Well, that same installment in the Potter series is filled with many different characters using love potions, such as Merope Gaunt on Tom Sr., Romilda on Ron, and even Fred and George selling the love potions in their famous shop. This theory goes hand in hand with the theory that Voldemort is actually incapable of loving because his parents were a product of fake love out of a love potion. Does that mean that Harry and Ginny's kids will be incapable of love too? I don't know, you tell us, Rowling.
We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the intros. When I tell you, the creative directors and whole team behind the Harry Potter series, they literally thought about everything. Like, hello, the Easter eggs we have mentioned so far are absolutely genius. Anyways, this one is not as sneaky as the other ones, but it's still good. I don't know if you noticed, but the Warner Brothers intro to Harry Potter changes every movie. In fact, the logo gets darker and darker, just like the movies. It starts off bright because it's the first year at Hogwarts and nothing that crazy happens. I mean, compared to what they went through in the final movies, the first movie is nothing. Anyways, as more and more dark stuff happens to the gang, the intros reflect that. I will say though that the opening in Deathly Hallows Part 2 is slightly brighter than Deathly Hallows Part 1, and that probably symbolizes the fact that hope is near. Things are about to get better. The detail, people, I'm telling you, the detail. This is why I love the series.
At number 4, we have the three bros theory. There's a theory out there that predicts that Harry, Voldemort, and Snape are actually the three modern brothers of the Deathly Hallows tale, and honestly, when watching the movies and reading the books, the little Easter eggs and references kinda make sense. It is known that Harry is a descendant of Ignotus Peverell. It is also known that Voldemort is a descendant of Cadmus Peverell. So there's two descendants of the original Deathly Hallows tale. Could Snape be the missing third? Well, we can all say that Voldemort died for power, Snape died for his lost love of Lily Potter, and Harry bravely greeted death like an old friend, just like the three original brothers. The three characters led three very different paths, just like the brothers in the story, and each of the characters came into contact with at least one of the Deathly Hallow objects throughout the series. So, could these three be the brothers reimagined or even reincarnated? You tell me.
Coming in at number 3, we have Tom Riddle's room. Alright, so let's talk about the Half-Blood Prince for a second. In the flashback scene, we see Dumbledore visit young Tom Riddle in his bedroom at the orphanage. I completely missed this, but on the windowsill in his bedroom, there are 7 rocks resting there, all different shapes and sizes. This was a foreshadow that Tom Riddle would split his soul into 7 Horcruxes. Unbelievable. Let's give a round of applause for this Easter egg. It then makes me wonder if those rocks are placed in order of each Horcrux and if their size and shape have anything to do with it. I mean, the 7th Horcrux that was created was Nagini, who to Voldemort was perfect. So maybe that's why that stone is perfect. I don't know, I'm just guessing here, but it seems good to me.
Coming in at number 2, we have Dumbledore, who is actually Death himself. This is a theory that first came on the scene thanks to a Tumblr user, but there are plenty of eggs and references within the movies and books that lead us to believe that Dumbledore is indeed Death himself. First one being, Dumbledore is the one to give the invisibility cloak to Harry. Dumbledore is also the one to give the resurrection stone to Harry by giving it to him in the Golden Snitch. Then, Dumbledore indirectly gives the Elder Wand to Harry after he defeats Malfoy in a duel. The last piece, if you can buy it, is that Dumbledore can be considered behind or affiliated with the death of Snape and Voldemort. So with all those little tidbits, it makes you look at Dumbledore twice. Especially if the other 3 are the modern version of the 3 brothers from the Deathly Hallows, then Dumbledore could definitely be Death. And
in our number 1 spot today, we have the secret message. Snape was truly an unlikable character until the final book/movies when it was revealed he actually loved Lily Potter and was protecting Harry with his life. Seriously, I went from despising Snape to being like, oh, he's a great guy. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Anyways, during one of Snape's first encounters with Harry, he leaves him with a secret message, which went way over our heads because we were too busy being like, who is this terrifying, tall, dark, and handsome, yet terrifying character? So in the scene, he asks Harry if he knows what would result in adding the powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood. Harry obviously doesn't know the answer, which whatever, that's fine. This was a huge secret message, and unless you know all about Victorian era flowers, you wouldn't have picked up on this. So asphodel is a relative of the lily, while wormwood is said to reflect loss and absence. Put that together and Snape was referring to Lily Potter, Harry's mom, like come on! My heart, it's a great and clever Easter egg. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Which one of these Easter eggs did you find the most, I guess, amazing? Get it? Most amazing?
Bam!
Let us know in the comments below. Also, I want to know, what house would you say you are?
I've looked it up, and honestly, I'm actually, from what I can tell, I'm Ravenclaw, which I'm not a huge fan of, but...
Okay, like I want to be Gryffindor, but I feel like I'd be like, Hufflepuff. I don't know.
Really? I mean, with the hair now, you're Slytherin.
I'll
right?
take it. Even though I'm fully Gryffindor. Yeah. Alright guys, let us know your house in the comments below. Like your Harry Potter house, not like where you live house.
But also where you live, please.
They start commenting their house address. Don't do that. Anyways, if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button and obviously subscribe to our channel. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan.
And I've been your host, Dewey Stewart, and we will see you all back here very soon.
I'll see you when I see you. Bye.
At number 8, we have Draco Malfoy. At number 8, we have Draco Malfoy. It is known that Harry is a descendant of Ignotus. Is that it?
Bro.
Ignotus Peveril?
I thought it was Ignatus. But...
Ignotus. That actually sounds probably better.
In the flashback scene, we see Dumbledore visit young Tom Riddle in his orphanages. That sounds so weird. Orphanages? Why does it sound weird? It sounds weird.
Orphanages?
See, it sounds weird.
In the...
See the bedroom in his orphanage.
Yeah, nice. To an infusion of wormwood. To an wood. I don't know why I said it like that.